Get ready to buckle up and shuffle up. This is Cosmopunk.
Chemical Divinity, a homebrew Starfinder adventure written by Urban Dragon and guest gem by me, Zuki, featuring the crew of the Leica 7.
Hey, I'm Cypher, and I play Ryder, the Yosaki Operative Otter. Wannabe intergalactic super spy, now a hotshot pilot and part-time ninja.
Hello, I'm Ty, and I play Radar, a gangly beanpole of a commando coyote who believes that violence solves everything.
Hi, I'm Pan, and I play Baphomet, an ex-galactic idol, now kobold android mystic and captain of the Leica 7, who always tries to find the best in people before they inevitably get shot in the face.
Hi, I'm RJ, and I play V, a non-binary vest mechanic and their drone familiar flyby. V's trying to be a better person, so they're now limited to one murder per campaign.
And I'm Zuki, the GM of this campaign. Episode 9, Papers, Please. After reviewing the information on the stolen datapad, Toffee summons the crew and provides coordinates for the target they need to infiltrate, a mysterious research facility owned by EmeraldEyes Corperation, which seems to be the origin of the deadly drug. The team transit via Dretchnel, an oppressed city in dragon-controlled territory, avoiding detection by the authorities.
So, we haven't really had a long rest yet, have we?
No, we should probably dedicate some actual time, because...
Well, we've had one, since the fight? We had one since then. We went home.
Yeah, you've had several days since the race even.
Okay, so we're back up to full health now.
Yes. Unless you haven't slept. I mean, that is the possibility, especially if you're Radar.
Say what?
Yeah, maybe Radar's really fatigued for some reason.
Yeah, you did get hit by a car.
No,
I did get hit by a
hanging
car.
out with Celeste all day. That was
the joke.
God damn it.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Oh,
I forgot.
Jesus.
I forgot about Celeste.
You forgot about Celeste?
I forgot
I
about
thought our
Celeste.
relationship was more wholesome than that, but sure, yeah, Radar's broken in half. Why not?
Well, we meant more like you've been hanging out with her all the time. You went clubbing with her.
Yeah, we did. I'm pretty sure we took Ryder once,
Radar's definitely not a clubbing guy, so he's probably just super tired.
I would say that those several days have very likely involved some kind of carnal knowledge. Yes.
Snoo.
Yeah, fine. There was snoo, and it was constant.
Constant snoo. Oh, God.
Nobody else stays in the apartment apart from Radar.
Not only is Radar tired, but he looks emaciated,
And he's walking around like a cowboy.
all of the moisture has been absorbed out of his body.
No.
Fast forwarding past the part where Radar quote unquote got hit.
Moving swiftly on.
V definitely wasn't there. V's like probably living out of their van at this point.
You have a spaceship.
The ship. We all live on the
In the
ship.
meanwhile, explaining to anyone that will listen long enough, like all the peculiarities about ancient.
No one will listen long enough.
No one's listening. Absolutely not.
Radar
Not even
would
talking.
listen, but is currently distracted.
But you don't understand. It's fascinating. It's powered by contained explosions.
So engrossed in the conversation that everyone's just walked away and they haven't even noticed.
Yeah. Beth comes back to get like the pillow that the Pottons are on. She just comes back to get the pillow that they're sitting on while V's talking. Goes, oh yeah, that's great. I'm just gonna go. Just goes back with the pillow.
V, I'm fascinated, but Celeste is here. I've got to go. I have to go.
You know who's interested? Toffee's interested. Toffee's well interested.
Ryder
Toffee's-
doesn't even give a shit. She's well aware of how V can just go on long spiels at this point, so she just walks away.
He really is interested. Yeah.
I'm genuinely interested, V. Tell me when I get back.
One of the spider possums is very interested because it keeps coming back to the van to listen to you.
Or nest.
Yes.
Hang on, aren't they supposed to be in a cage?
They're in a cage in Bastion, so not how they get out and go to the van.
They have escaped.
That's now canon.
One of them has escaped, yes.
Yeah, let's imagine they periodically escape.
So Toffee has a cover while in this area as Sather. Toffee explained that this cover's name is Sather and is a Vesk. Sather says to you, I have close contact with Dretchnel person to help give vehicle and papers, etc., etc. Many etc.s.
Now, Toffee, I've got a bit of a question here. So, Dretchnel is the name of the city, and Dretchnelax is the name of the dragon who works with Emerald. Is that how it is?
Dretchnel's own city, Emerald, perhaps owned by one of extended family of great dragon empire and family which stretch everywhere.
Right. Okay.
Smells like nepotism to me.
Certainly does.
Dragons very into such thing. Yes, keep it in family.
Couldn't let people vote. That'd be a terrible thing to do.
Yes, democracy is not big here.
Yeah, I get that impression.
So you have a contact.
Cicero, Isoki, he meets us in Spaceport.
What's his name, sorry?
Cicero.
Cicero?
Cicero is a fixer. Local knowledge, great. Brain pan expand. Ask him concerning Dretchnel and progeny.
And what are you going to be doing while we're doing this, Toffee? Sorry, I mean, crap, what was the name again?
I think they're staff for now.
Sap of the Vest.
Sather will meet with Cicero. Cicero knows Sather. Cicero does not know Leica crew.
No, I mean, while are you going to come
Yeah, I
with
think
us?
they're going to come with us. Act as
Great,
the point of contact.
I will bring my cameras, and they actually bring this padded box and open it up, and there's a couple of drone cameras in there. Basically. My eyes and ears during investigation.
Yeah, I think we'll need some eyes on the ground, as it were.
Yeah. You might want to keep them out of view of most people, though.
Yes.
People only get jumpy when they're being filmed.
Dretchnel, yes, is very open to trade of many types, but yes, surveillance is looked down on. This is why I am undercover journalist. But when we get to Complex, we will see what is possible and what is not.
That's weird. A fascist state where there's no surveillance. That's odd.
How does that work?
Surveillance by the state, yes. Surveillance by private entities.
Oh, I see, right. So there's plenty of state surveillance. No,
Oh, yes. I would not advise buying anything electronic while here.
No, I don't think we'll be doing much shopping, will we, Bath?
I'm going to quickly look up draconic fashion.
Oh, no. There was something where you were really enamored with the idea of like dragons in Engines of Hatred, and wondering if that's going to be a recurring thing here.
So what's in right now seems to be scale painting is big. Also ornamentation of horns, horn piercing, and also injecting yourself with various chemicals which induce different images on the horns as they grow.
Ooh.
Fancy.
Very, very fancy.
Piercing sounds nice.
So is it just dragons here? How are other species looked upon?
Ryorfians here are worker class along with dragonkin. The dragons themselves are aristocracy.
Well, of course, yeah.
Yeah.
You know, what about Yosokis and whatnot?
There are many races here who have ended up here after war, yes. Vesk included. But, yeah. It is difficult to move from one sector to another, considering civil war was only a few decades ago.
I see.
Feeling we're going to be showing people papers a lot.
Yeah, make sure you got all those in order and ready to show off at all times. But don't let them inspect them too much, flash them quick, and then get them back in your pocket.
Just to be clear, we do have good fake papers from Xavier.
You do not have any fake papers at the moment. You've got your own papers, I guess, unless you have your own fake IDs. But it's not like you're hiding who you are. Well, unless you want to, you're not hiding who you are.
V doesn't even have a real ID.
Yeah, V's going to need a fake ID as well.
Is there something Ryder would have just out of necessity, being an operative?
You may well have. Yes, you might have a fake ID. I'm just trying to see. I mean,
Is that something you want me to roll for, or
do you want to actually try and fabricate some ID for people, or are you asking, do you have one by default?
I want Ryder to bring out the ID they had from when they were like a young Yosoki and they wanted to buy alcohol.
Oh,
And they just dig into a box and they've got like
her first fake ID. Yeah. You can still see the PVA glue on the sides of it.
Called yourself Dr. Biggin?
Yeah, it was a different time, Bath. But yeah, if people want fake IDs, that's something I can have a go at making. It's something I only did once or twice, but Never know, might come in handy.
I mean, I'm figuring I'm going to need something to show my identity.
Is V still painted different colours?
Yeah, V's keeping that until they shed.
Okay, well, are we landed or are we still floating?
You have landed, yeah, and in fact, you have to go through customs before you enter.
Oh boy!
All right, well, if you want, I can go into my room and sketch something up real quick for us all.
Yeah.
Have you got any papers yourself? Ryder checks her notes. Safa?
Yes, my papers are. I have many identity.
Okay, that's perfect. I don't need to make one for you then.
But, I mean, the thing is, most of you, unless specifically you are blanks, as in you have no papers whatsoever deliberately, then you would have something. You have ID.
Is that going to arouse more suspicion?
That's pretty much all of you, though, isn't it? I mean, I guess, because Baphomet doesn't really exist.
Yeah.
Radar doesn't. Radar has no...
I mean, V can't have a real ID because they're supposed to be dead.
But the thing is, you could have obtained papers. It's not hard to obtain papers if you wanted to. I'm not going to say... I mean, your characters could have real IDs. Or they could have fake IDs. I'm not going to... I mean, just to do things like have a bank account or anything like that, you would need ID. And this is a universe where not having a bank account could be very difficult, I'd expect.
Yeah.
Not having any, official presence.
Well, Bath's got, regardless, she's got the Captain Pandora that she got off the at the beginning.
Yeah, we've got a credit card for the ship that everyone can use in true communist style, but that's been abused many, many times.
That everyone can use, but V is, for some reason, banned from.
Yeah, V is banned from it.
Blacklisted. So yeah, if people want, that's something I can do now. It may take a while.
Are we in a hurry to meet your contact, or we've got a bit of time?
Let's say that you had planned for this during your journey, and that. So what? I'll roll your computer's roll to see how good your. What is your computer's edition?
Press
16.
X to forge.
Okay.
My computer's is 16.
Okay. So you've got some kind of ID. You are going to have to pass through customs to get in. They're not particularly bothered about your ship, although they have said that they may do inspections on it.
Dislike.
So okay, you make your way through to quite a busy customs area. It looks like the guards look incredibly bored, and there's a fairly big line. You can also pay extra to go in the express line if you wish to.
Yeah, that's definitely a scam.
Yep.
They just lead you around the block once to take you to a line that's just as long on the other side.
This is definitely some kind of draconian oligarchy. You can pay to get in quicker.
Or a theme park.
Or a theme park. What's the difference, except you don't have fun in this one?
I think that is the difference. It's only the threat of arrest
And torture, yeah.
dragons everywhere.
Most of the guards seem to be dragonkin.
Like a theme park.
Most of the military guys here seem to be dragonkin. There's a few Royalfians. Most of the Royalfians seem to be either working in kiosks or janitorial work, as opposed to the more kind of military side of things.
So this queue that's like the main queue. How long is it?
I think it'll take you about an hour to get in. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, and this other one is
The express queue costs 50 credits and looks to be relatively fast, a few minutes. You notice that a few dragonkin are just going straight to it and not paying as they go through.
Oh, they're not paying.
Yeah, but they're dragonkin.
Yeah, because they're it'd be like a diplomat going through customs in the UK.
The upper echelons of society here, Buff.
Can I check what is the dragonkin opinion of Vesk?
I'll let V answer that one.
I know the best opinion of dragonkin. And that's the ultimate form, but
Yeah.
Really? Vesk look up to dragonkin?
Vesk look up to dragonkin physically, not so much in terms of their culture.
Mm-hmm.
It's more a case of is it going to be easy to go in with a Vesk as opposed to just like standing in this queue? It's like, okay, yeah, sure, you're not a dragonkin, but you're okay, you're a Vesk, and I guess you're
it's unlikely. Dragonkin are all about their relationship to to the dragons that they're kind of related to, and the way that they're treated is because they're related to dragons, not because they've got scales.
Yeah, famously arrogant.
Yeah.
Let's just wait in this queue then. In that
All
case,
right.
I mean, we could tramp off. We're not in any rush. We're not in a rush, are we?
No.
What are all your fake names? If you are
W.
using
W? What?
What?
I'm just going to take a note.
W. DUPYA.
W. Okay. Radar.
Victor.
And Ryder.
Max.
Max. Okay. Baphomet.
Still Pandora. Although sometimes she does go by Radar because it's funny.
That happened once.
She just likes to fuck with Radar. But for the most part, it's still Pandora while they're here.
All right.
She does like to fuck with radar.
Yeah.
So it seems as if they pull you together as a crew. The guard is kind of looking over your papers, examining them, and he's like, "What's the reason for your visit?"
Mercantile. We're here to try and we're actually here to try and make some links for future import and export. We're not currently carrying anything. We're trying to ingratiate ourselves to your fine nation.
I'm only asking because you need to fill in a form if you're going to bring anything in. Taxes. Are you intending to leave with goods and services?
That's right. We're here to pick up samples.
All right. Make sure you pass by here on the way out.
Of course.
Okay, you're through.
Much obliged.
Yep. They seem very lazy in there.
Just like real custom.
Oh, he's so good at talking to those people, Beth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's fine.
Anyone else hungry?
Glory to the fucking Empire.
Starving.
I don't think these guys are as bad as the Atlanti, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Max.
Yes.
I haven't seen any proof yet. I'm just waiting for it.
Well, I don't see any subjugated races. That's step one.
Yeah,
I
well,
suppose.
they apparently don't, keep that stuff on the surface. You have to scratch deeper to find that sort of thing.
Exactly.
The Atlanti did.
Yeah, but they were, open-level kids. But, yeah, so what is this city like from the inside?
So on the inside, once you get out of the spaceport, there is that kind of weird smell of the swamp, of mud. It seems to be made up of islands between swampy areas, obviously not drained particularly. There just seem to be in the distance what look like skyscrapers of a more affluent area of town. But the spaceport is clearly a little bit outside of that. There are beggars sitting around. There are obviously quite a high security presence. You see a couple of police cruisers driving around. Private security as well. Toffee, Safa, yeah, directs you to a place over the road called Mr. D's, which looks like some kind of chain restaurant.
Okay.
Mr. D's. I like to sell burgers.
Right, has everyone got their papers, their passports, whatnot?
We already gone to customs, so still got one out.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to need to show them all the time, but we've got them.
You alright? Just in case.
They're not too handy, I always get lifted.
Well, yeah.
And you get inside, and you see that there is a Saki who's sitting in a rather large booth in the corner, wearing a pinstripe suit.
Oh, but before we go inside, Ryder's gonna have an eye out outside of because we're new in town. I'm gonna bet that there's some sort of secret police force here that's got their eye on us because we've just arrived. So Ryder's gonna have a look around,
It's so paranoid.
They are an operative at the end of the day, so...
Yeah, this is very much their territory.
Give me a perception roll then, yeah.
Hey, do you reckon, these guys use private security firms and there's so many of them they compete against one another?
Maybe. That's what I'm keeping an eye out for either way.
Can we go look at the menu?
Perception roll. Let's see what you get.
Nat 20!
Okay.
Ooh.
It's a good one.
Someone had their Weetabix today.
Yeah, they did.
There are a lot of cameras. You don't notice a lot of actual physical presence, but there's definitely some drones and cameras following, observing people. It's definitely surveillance state style stuff, much more subtle. They're almost certainly using facial recognition techniques here.
God only knows what it'll be like in the city. This is the swamp.
Welcome to the United Soviet States of Dretchnel.
Yeah, I mean, physical security following people for real is really out of fashion. You just use electronic surveillance. If you want to kill somebody, sure, you send some. Observing people is much easier.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Well, let's hope it doesn't get to that stage.
We're not in immediate danger then.
Only the normal level of danger.
Drone strike.
Yep.
Yeah, you can even use robots for that these days. There's,
So can everyone please remind me of their code names?
Right, so V is W,
Yep.
which is now spelled DUBLYA because that's the only way I can think to make it.
I'll just call you W.
BL what?
How you spell W?
Yeah, DUBLYA is the only way I can think to actually spell W as a word.
Anyway, what's red on
Victor.
Bath? Captain Pandora, sorry?
Still Pandora.
I've got 3. Yeah, you don't want 3 cover names. That's just...
Well, Bath's pretty much always like in a state of like not being herself anyway. So going too deep is probably not good for her.
Went too deep.
So you head into this Mr. D's, and you notice that there's a booth towards the back where it looks as if there are very few cameras pointed towards, almost as if it's been set up that way. There are also auto turrets in here, though, which is odd for a restaurant.
This is a very militarized restaurant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you get the impression that these look like they're kind of standardized. It looks like this might be common across all branches of this place.
Are they like coloured in the colours of Mr.
Yeah,
D's?
yeah, it's like a bright yellow and purple.
Oh.
And it's got a little sign under it with a little figure with a gun saying, "For your safety."
We can kill you at any moment.
Still.
You sit down. Yeah, there's this Saki in a pinstripe suit, and he kind of grins as you approach and motions for you to sit down. And you want to order some food? It makes it look good.
Yeah. I can go.
What do you serve here? What do you recommend?
I reckon the number 6. It tastes the best out of most of the other things. Anyway, sorry. Welcome to Dretchnel. I'm Cicero.
Pleasure. Wait, are we giving Cicero real names or?
It's okay. You don't need to use names. Names are complicated. Just call me Cicero. That's not even my real name. You know.
Okay. Nice to meet you, Cicero.
Yeah. Well, this is the industrial centre. Due to the generosity of the great worm Dretchnel Axe herself, it is a jewel, an emerald, in the Western Hemisphere. I hope you like it.
Yeah, it's
Definitely sign.
swampy.
Yeah, it's a shithole, mate. It's not nice. Yeah,
I didn't want to say anything, but yeah, it's not great.
it's hell. It's a hellscape, filled with the vilest of creatures, especially the dragons.
Well, we've been to worse places, but tell us more about these dragons. Are they do they subjugate any races? Do they?
Well, they certainly love murdering each other.
Mm-hmm.
There's a bit of a family dispute going on right now.
While this is happening, Ryder is looking over to Baffy with a big smile on her face, just silent.
They're not subjugating races. They're just killing each other. That's fair. That's fine.
Yeah, they use others as soldiers. Also, indentured servitude is a pretty big thing
okay.
here.
See, there you go. That's all right. There you go. All right.
Yeah, I mean they call it they call it fair and they call it a punishment for crime, but you can get arrested for a lot around here and then suddenly find yourself working for a corporation or being experimented on, like your EmeraldEyes friends.
Oh boy.
Yeah,
Emerald?
I understand you want to get into that place, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, if possible.
Well, what's going on? What's Toffee doing? This is her contact.
Poppy's kind of listening to this, and she's obviously there allowing you guys to take the lead on this, but they're paying close attention to Cicero. Yeah. Cicero says, so you guys are interested in this EmeraldEyes place, yeah? I don't know who owns it. It's some subsidiary, one of his second cousins or whatever it is. One of the second cousins of Dretchnel.
Yeah, it is.
Doesn't have anything directly to do with it.
That's the research place, yeah? The place where they check out the rainbow.
That's it, yeah.
Indubitably,
Indubitably.
says Toffee.
What does that mean?
Yes.
It means yes.
Just say yes, you weirdo.
Begging of your pardon.
Nothing. Go on, tell us more about Emerald.
Subtle as ever, W.
The sort of vex face of Toffee kind of makes this strange expression. And then Cicero kind of jumps in at this point. Yes. I've took the liberty of finding a hover van suitable for you. And I have interest in this place, as far as I know, the security is not big. No one really messes with stuff that's owned by the Dragon Corps around here because they end up very dead afterwards. They have a small private security force, some group called Red Eye. They're pretty incompetent, but yeah.
Good to know.
Are they one of the ones that compete to run enforcement around the city? Red Eye.
They aren't part of Dretchnel Axe's official security force. No, they're a corp. It depends how much you pay as to how good they are too. They have different levels of security. From what I can tell, though, they use electronics. They've got some kind of indentured AI running the place that covers most of the security systems, surveillance and so forth. About 6 months ago, I came across a contract that I sort of took on but didn't really pursue. I mean, I don't like invading corporations like that. Like I say, if anyone thinks you're involved, you end up dead. And to be honest, I'd rather get off this planet. In fact, maybe we could talk about that. Are you interested in taking a passenger back with you?
That's something we can talk about once the job's done.
Yeah. Put a pin in that. I'll come back to it.
Yeah.
Okay. I've got a few thousand creds stashed away. Maybe you could help me out there.
I think that could be something we could arrange.
Yeah? Okay.
We're not. We'll wait until the heat's off us first. Let's get this job done and out of the way.
Of course.
Cool. Okay. I can give you the location of this place. But
Yeah, please do.
Yeah, that'd be helpful.
okay. So he hands over some GIS coordinates. And is there anything else you need to know about Dretchnel?
Security systems. What kind of weaponry are we going to be dealing with? Anything really?
If there's any public holidays or anything coming up.
Not really. Things are a bit on lockdown right now after that little... There were a few deaths as a result of that slight civil war between the two dragons, so things are on lockdown. But we aren't going to be going close to the areas where that's happening, so...
Let's see. So, we don't know about weaponry. There's no particular holidays things going on to allow us to sneak in. The security forces middling, would you say?
Yeah, I'd say they're not going to be the best.
We can use that to our advantage.
Dangerous in the right situation, sounds like.
If their security force isn't that great, perhaps we could introduce ourselves as some kind of a new blood.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, yeah.
Security.
So, yeah, I like that idea, Captain. Maybe we should pitch ourselves as some kind of security team. Noticed a bit of a pattern here. All of the security forces and corporations seem to have something to do with eyes and gems. Maybe we can make one up.
Oh.
You've got emerald eyes, you've got red eyes. Why don't we do
Black eyes.
What about blue eyes?
That's probably
Or a
already
symbol could be a white dragon.
I mean... No.
nice Yu-Gi-Oh reference.
Yeah, that took me a minute, yeah.
I thought Ryder was the weeb.
Don't project your bullshit on me.
We'll think about something. If it comes to that, we may not even need to go that route. But if we do, I'm sure something will come up.
Yeah. So this lab, I mean, the rumor is they've been abducting vagrants and buying up criminal contracts to experiment on. They're a pharma company chiefly, so that kind of thing happens a lot around here. But a few months ago, I got this contract to rescue someone or something. I'm not sure what that's in there. Maybe you could help me out by looking around for it, if it happens to be there.
What is it?
Well, that's the thing I don't know.
Fair enough, but perhaps. I
mean,
perhaps
there's not really much to go on if you want us to go rescue something for you.
Well, no, because he wants us to finish off his.
Basically,
job.
I've got a signal, a crypto key for some kind of signal that's in there. If I give you this, maybe you can, if you happen to be passing through it. I suspect they're probably already dead, whoever this is. But, yeah, or whatever this is. This could be in Dutch.
Well, if there's anything useful or worthwhile, it wouldn't hurt to have a look.
I can pass you 50. Let's say 70% of the payment I was going to get.
Wow. All right.
If there's someone in trouble in there, then yeah, I think we should make every attempt to try and get them out.
There's probably a lot of people in trouble in there.
Yeah, I know we can't help everyone, but we can.
I mean, you can. You just set the place on fire.
No, that doesn't help
That
anyone.
doesn't help anyone. They're trapped inside on fire, W.
A little bit of chaos in the right place can open a lot of doors. Literally.
And you're thinking small. We've got nuclear missiles on the ship.
Okay,
You've got nuclear missiles.
No, we don't have nuclear missiles.
you have to forgive Victor. He was injured during the war.
Are you looking to sell any of them? If you had nuclear missiles, then.
Look, we're not going to give you a nuclear missile, Cicero.
That kind of thing goes for a lot of money.
V quietly slides like the contact details under the table to Cicero and just like gestures like, call me.
Give me a stealth roll.
Old habits die hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, so the roll is 12 and I get to add to that absolutely nothing.
My perception's 14. You fail.
Yeah, we all
No, I lie. I have a 2 in stealth.
Okay.
Okay.
So even with a 2, though, your passive perception of most of the people around you probably sees it.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm going to give Cicero a roll as well. No, yeah, Cicero doesn't do that good either. So yeah, it's obvious that V passes a card under the table.
V slides it under the table, drops it. Cicero picks it up, drops it.
It isn't that incompetent, but certainly those of you that have a reasonable perception will have seen it.
Ryder just rolls her eyes.
Yeah, Beth does the same.
Yeah.
V like shrugs like, can you blame me?
Yes.
Ados just doing that trying not to laugh expression.
All right, look, Cicero, we'll be in touch. Where do you recommend we get started?
He gives you the key for the detection, so if you've got any kind of scanner, you can detect that location.
EmeraldEyes Research Facility.
Well, I guess it wouldn't hurt to look into this thing first. Any allies we can pick up if we can help anybody in there would be good. Not to mention the information about the inside workings of this facility.
I'd say just go case the place, see what's going on, and how heavy the security is. I've got a feeling they don't have much on site. They probably call them in if there's an incident. But it's expensive, and no one is stupid enough to attack them most of the time. Not that I'm saying you're stupid.
Oh, we could be pretty fucking dumb.
No, radar.
We can.
Thanks, Victor.
See?
Cicero gives you a very big wink.
We should go. Yeah.
Thank you for your help, Cicero. We'll do our best, and we'll try and see if we can do something about getting your contact out of there as well.
Yeah, it was a job. I mean, for a start, it came from off planet, so I'm a bit suspect about it. But if you find something, you find something.
Side quests are the spice of life. Right, everyone, let's go.
Can I take this to go? V's going to pick up like the burger that they haven't had a chance to finish yet.
He can absolutely.
Awesome.
And outside, he gives you the keys for a hover van, fairly largish looking vehicle.
V's eyes light up.
Oh boy.
It's a very utilitarian vehicle. Imagine one of those massive, boxy, sort of communist style construction vehicles, which would have massive wheels but doesn't have wheels.
All of the gears are in some weird language.
Great.
This thing was definitely made in Vesk.
Is it at least clean?
Probably not.
Is it clean? It's Vesk.
It's quite muddy. Basically, there's space for about 3 people up front. Everyone else kind of sits in the back, which is very dirty.
In the front, Beth immediately jumps in shotgun.
Ryder's going to hop in the front. Try and drive the thing.
He's going to step back. What's this thing even run on?
It uses power cells, so it's big battery.
Yeah, Ryder's going to lean out the side of the window and sort of give Cicero a little salute and a wink, and hover off towards the GPS coordinates.
Okay. Yeah, so you're heading through what is essentially the suburbs of the town, and you can see from the GPS system that you will enter an area of countryside, or what passes for countryside here. But you are passing through the city itself. You can see, one of the first things you see is this enormous line outside one of the food distribution centres. People kind of lining up to eat.
Right, Red's going to sort of like indicate to all of the people sitting in the back and the people sitting in the front, sort of like huddle around while she's driving. Sort of thing. Right, guys and ladies, I've got a plan. So, this is quite a rusty, beat-up old truck. So I'm thinking we can be some sort of electricity engineers. We're here to inspect wiring in this place.
That feels like the sort of thing they're probably going to have a record for. Like, they're coming to go.
To be on tape for anything. If we're going to just like case the joint, perhaps we can just.
The easiest thing to do would be just to cause some kind of destruction inside there and then get ourselves hired to go fix it.
I guess, but we don't want to make anything too high profile straight off the bat, you know? We want to case this joint out first and see if we can find a weakness first.
I mean, if we do it right, we could probably cause some kind of minor electrical failure inside the building without too much issue.
If there's if there's a crowd of people, are they outside this building we're going to, or like next door?
You're just driving through the streets, and there are a fair few people out, but one of the things you do notice is the big line, that you're kind of driving by at the moment.
How far is this line from the?
Quite a long way.
Our destination?
Yeah, I mean you've got probably at least like an hour's driving.
Okay.
What's the line outside?
That's just people queuing
Food line.
Oh.
My plan was we basically make a fake food truck, distract people with that, and then slip in. But if it's miles away, it's not gonna work.
Yeah, this doesn't feel like the sort of civilization where people like go to.
You can see ahead of you there is a sign and a checkpoint saying that you are now entering Sector 3. Basically, the cars are stopping to show their papers and so forth. But you'll be passing through this sector to get to...
Checkpoint 1 of 47 up here.
No smiles in Dretchnel, everyone. Get your bored faces on.
And yeah, you pull up, you're about third in line, doesn't take long to get to the front. And it looks like they are kind of inspecting the papers, taking a look inside the back of the truck. And cars.
Still very behind the Iron Curtain.
And yeah, there's definitely a feeling of security here. But yeah, you get to the front. What's your business in the sector?
Oh, okay. We're here on a mercantile mission. We're here looking for possible stock to export.
Okay. Walks around the back, looks in the back. By the way, are you guys in heavy armor and carrying weapons?
Don't think so.
I've only ever had like a dress and a pistol.
Yeah,
so
I
not
thought
really.
the rules were when we went through customs that we couldn't bring.
Yeah, they seem to let people through with weapons and so forth.
Oh,
okay.
Basically, do we look like people who are like just don't want to get shot, or do we look like a heavily armored mini force? Which is what we are.
You look like a heavily armored force, yeah.
I mean, Ryder's stuff would probably be in a duffel bag under her feet or something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Beth's gun is under her the frill of her dress, so.
Oh, well.
Yeah. In your pants.
Radar's 2 big guns are somewhere in the vehicle.
yeah, I'm going to say V probably doesn't have anywhere to hide any more guns because you lot filled it up with stuff.
Well, we'll look like bodyguards. It's fine. They seem to be allowed.
Yeah, we're here for trade.
Yeah, we did the bodyguard thing before.
Yeah, we'll just be.
Why so many mercenaries? The guard calls through to you, Buff.
We only have two bodyguards. I have my marketing manager.
I just wanted Bath to shrug and go trade negotiation.
Marketing manager.
Marketing manager is Toffee.
Right.
Sure. Got a permit for those weapons?
I got your permit right here. Sorry.
Of course. If you could just remind me, I'm terribly sorry, how much does a permit cost in this town?
Straight to bribery.
500 credits should cover it.
That's weird. How much credits? Let's see. Sure. Is this out? Okay, we've all got all our weapons, right? That's a lot of weapons.
I think V has theirs.
Ryder's got 1 foot ready on the accelerator and 1 foot ready on her duffel bag.
Because we're getting paid a fair amount, and we can just probably ask Toffee for any more if we need to. If it's got a lot of weapons we got on there.
We're going to spend it all in bribes.
Yeah, it's fine. She's going to look back at Toffee and say, you have our expense account, don't you, Safa?
Oh. And they kind of go through their pockets and take out... they can give... Well, actually, they probably aren't carrying a lot of cash on them, per se. But they kind of look a bit confused at this, and they kind of rifle through their pockets. The guy kind of stands up on the running board and looks inside of your truck.
Can I just pass them 500 credits? Because I've been saving.
Yes, I'm saying. I just want to give them 500 credits.
Okay, you can do it.
It's like, here's the
Do I
money,
need to roll for it
go
to
away.
Give them 500 credits.
No, we'll just give him money. we got paid like 20k just for taking a job,
Yeah.
so we can give him 500.
He takes the 500, nods to you, and waves you through.
Yeah, there you go.
I was going to nod
Clearly,
back.
there's no actual paperwork involved.
Yeah,
Of course.
well,
But it's easier than trying to work our way through. We can afford 500 credits to get this done and get in.
everyone here's seen Lord of War. We know how this works.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, right. It's going to take the Ural through.
So again, you're heading through what looks to be the Dragonkin section of town. There's still a few Ryorfians on the streets, kind of passing by, but they seem to be working there as opposed to living there. This area definitely is a little bit more affluent, and so forth. As you head up one of the main highways, you can see ahead of you. Suddenly, this line of cars kind of stops at the intersection, and this sort of heavily armoured troop transport stops right in the middle of the road in front of the line of traffic. You're about 2 cars back from it. But this troop transport just pulls up, stops, and then this massive kind of sign comes out with like halt, and a couple of these kind of troops pop up on a turret and stop the traffic.
Oh, cool, guys.
You don't have to pay another bribe for this.
Yeah, we're not paying it this many, but we'll see what they want first.
Cool, guys.
But they don't seem to be getting out, and no one else seems to be getting out of the car, of their cars. They're just pointing this turret towards you, not towards you in particular, but the lane of traffic, and have stopped it. And then you see there's this enormous repulsor lift vehicle comes along quite slowly, drifting by, with this energy field over it. And there are a couple of green dragons, like enormous, adult-sized green dragons. We're talking like huge creatures, kind of basking, laying together on this repulsor lift, kind of chatting to each other. There are a few people inside the repulsor lift serving drinks. It looks like there's a party going on in there.
Keep it cool, guys. They're just stopping the traffic to let the royalty go through.
Can I get a good look at these guys?
Yeah, I was gonna say, can I get a?
I want to try and see if I can get a good look at them, maybe look them up, see what we're dealing with.
Can I do a perception as well to see what kind of defences generally people of this stature have? Because you mentioned they've got an energy shield at least, and they've got obviously the tank.
Yeah, they've got this troop carrier. There are clearly guys with sniper rifles and assault rifles on board this sort of party barge thing, and they look very well protected. Yeah. You see a few people are taking pictures as well.
Do you reckon they're just driving around the streets, just having a party?
I don't know. I'm trying to do.
If they're royalty, they can probably afford to.
Say, if I was that rich, I'd probably do that too.
So what are you trying to work out, Bach?
I want to find who these guys are.
Okay, if you know them particularly. Give me a culture roll.
25.
Okay, these are definitely, obviously, members of Dretchnel's family. They look like they're probably not some of the highest ranking ones. Most of the highest ranking ones aren't even on planet necessarily, because they just run the empire remotely. But you can't get an exact idea of who they are. No names per se. But they're definitely members, direct descendants of Dretchnel.
These guys are like the party royalty, like the Prince Harry.
Yeah.
I can't look them up online. That seems weird.
Well, you could, if you want to start, looking for information on them online, you can do so. Give me a computer's roll then.
Well, that's only 12.
Okay. So you find a little bit. You find their official website. They are a sort of baron level of relationship to the royalty. You get a little bit of information about them, but they seem particularly uninteresting.
Names?
You can get their names.
Baron von EmeraldEyes.
One is Baron Brenton, and his. It looks like his sister is also there, Tanwin.
And they're known for just being like not particularly important, but general
Affluent.
The faddish British.
Yeah, generally affluent.
There is mention that they own a sort of arms company, but that's about it. Yeah.
Okay, right. So these guys are they're like party royalty, not really important, but they do own They do like own
Yeah.
their own armed
But they're not
company.
connected in any way with the EmeraldEyes Research Center, which is where we're going.
Doesn't look like it, no.
Okay, cool.
I more want to know like how much we could use their party loyalty mentality to our advantage.
We're here to fix
If
the
we need
disco
to.
ball.
If it comes down to it, to be like, oh, of course you know Baron Brent.
Yeah.
But if there's nothing more to them than that, then it's fine.
Right, so you continue to head out of the city, and you enter what is starting to look like a pine forest, basically. Enormous trees, which are native to the planet. Definitely there's very little sign of anyone actually living out here. It is freezing cold outside, because the entire planet is freezing cold. But here there's none of the heating and stuff that was in Zoe or in the other cities. The outside temperature is becoming dangerously low.
V just reaches like from the back of the van through to the center console, turns the heating all the way up.
Yeah. In the back of the van, you can feel it. You can feel it is extremely cold. And it is leaking in.
I like this. I like the cold.
This planet is distressing you, Carl.
What happens to Liz if it's too cold?
They just shut down.
Oh,
They stop moving.
Oh,
yeah.
really? Oh, shit. Oh, God, okay, yeah, turn the heat off.
Yeah, everyone in the front is like getting a blast full of disgusting, fetid hot air, but V is warm at least. Can survive.
In fact, V's still wearing their massive fluffy coats at least. They got there.
Yeah, Ryder's got her little hood on.
Radar's unzipped his and basically has it almost off.
Oh.
He likes the
Okay.
cold. It's genuinely a thing.
Why was he wearing one if he likes the
I
cold?
think he's just been sweating the entire time and he's not realised it. He's just gone, wait a minute. Oh, this is actually quite nice.
Yeah, just wait until frostbite starts happening.
Yeah.
That or your mechanical parts all like seize up.
Yeah, that might happen.
You need half a coat.
Yeah, just over the metal bits. That'd be lovely.
So like a coat crop top?
Maybe.
Sort of.
Maybe
I could make that
Maybe
happen.
he needs like a body glove sleeve over his mechanical parts that's also sort of like the same colour and pattern as his fur.
Just like a big...
Yeah.
Bath reaches back for a nice coat. So pass it here, pass it here.
Okay.
Just gonna cut it.
Yeah, it takes about 5 seconds, you hear like a rip, and then back goes, here you go.
Thanks, Bath. You've torn my coat apart.
I don't think I've ever seen Bath destroy an item of clothing before.
Really?
No.
That wasn't destroyed, that was tailoring.
30
Was it?
seconds.
Pretty sure tailoring usually involves scissors, but I mean, it does the job, man.
I didn't have any use of hand, I just used my claws. It's
Like
fine.
what is she handed back to Radar?
It's so the same coat, but it stops at about just under ribs, and so it's quite big. So Radar's like got kind of larger upper body from the coat. Yeah, from a crop top coat.
Did you just take a parka and just cut it in half at the stomach?
V's like stifling a
Yeah.
giggle. It's like, oh, you look cheap now.
Yeah, I look great. Thanks. I'm sure Celeste will love it.
You look like an anime character.
It looks good. Celeste's gonna love it.
Okay, I'll take your word for it. This is your expertise, after all.
She gives like a massive thumbs up.
Yeah, Radar very hesitantly gives a thumbs up back.
V's still trying to stifle a giggle.
Are you showing fur, though? That's the question. Is it like a proper crop top?
No, because he had a shirt on underneath it, so you'd see the bottom of his shirt and his trousers.
Still
Also,
got
are all of you wearing ridiculously heavy armour as well?
Oh shit! Yeah, fuck.
I don't think.
Yeah.
I mean, V's armor isn't actually that great. It's just I need to find exactly what it's called now. It's second skin, which is basically it's like what you'd imagine police forces generally wear, where it's sort of like
Oh, it's a combat vest. Okay.
So Radar is wearing a battle dress, which I hope isn't actually a dress.
It shouldn't
looks
be.
Like, it looks like stormtrooper armour. It's closely fitting ceramic polycarbonate plates. Basically,
Yes.
stormtrooper.
that means
Oh,
it's
I like
probably like tan pixel camo as well because it's radar.
It's been very badly spray painted black.
Oh,
Aeon Guard.
It's black. It was sprayed black quite nicely at one point, but it's so chipped and weathered and full of holes.
Trust Bath on this one, Radar. She knows
Yeah,
her fashion.
Radar's gonna trust Bath, but like Radar's got no experience of this kind of shit. So
Desperately hoping that she's right.
Does Radar have like sick abs?
Can you see through the fur? Because I imagine fur's kind of quite leveling.
I've always pictured him as like a scrawny boy. Radar.
Yeah, he's not fat, tendony, you know,
Sinewy.
sinewy. That's it.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
Great
Ryder's
cheese.
got strength 14 and con 14. So is Ryder. There's Ryder with abs.
Ryder's mad buff.
Yes.
It's all torsion. You
The
just
world's most
it's all
jacked
torque.
otter.
You just twist around things.
It's like a coiled spring.
Yeah.
So after a while, you head along the road, and there is a signpost for EmeraldEyes, which leads into, again, another copse of trees, a fairly large forested area. It's probably another couple of miles down this road.
Okay.
As you make way in, Toffee says that you should probably pull off and make your way by foot to get closer to it, to have a look.
Has anyone got any like camera equipment on them?
I have flyby.
Doesn't he have her drone?
Yeah, there's plenty of drones.
And we've also got radar binoculars.
Yeah.
Yes. Wait, where'd you get those from?
Oh, we stole them from your room ages ago.
Yeah.
I've been looking for them.
Well, they're here.
What I mean to say is Ryder stole them from your room ages ago.
Well, can I have them back, please?
Yeah, if you want. Here you go.
Thank you. Yay! +1 magnoculars.
Where you pulled off is a bit of a distance away, but you can see in the distance there it looks like a fenced area, and as you kind of crest the hill, as you get a bit closer to it, there's something going on there. Ryder, you can pick up on the sound of a siren going off with your perceptive ears. Yeah, sounds like there's something going on. Those of you with good perceptions, per se.
Radar, do you hear that?
I do. Why do you think I'm called Radar?
Yeah, you bring that up every time.
And you can see that the facility, that it looks to be like a series of warehouses with a very basic fence around it. However, there is definitely something odd. Give me a perception check.
Each perception is nerfed because they've taken the hood of their coat, put it over their head, and pulled the drawstrings, so it's just like their snout poking out the end.
That's amazing. Just a pair of eyes peering out. Yeah.
It is freezing out here as well, yes. I mean, you can all feel it.
He does not like the
13
cold.
plus
turns out.
perception. 28.
25. Somehow V got 25 for perception, despite the fact that perceiving everything through fluff.
Turns out Vescal got really
Three
good hearing.
kobolds in a trench coat, yes.
Ryder got 24.
Okay, so you can see that the facility is open. The front gates are open. It is eerily quiet. There is no air traffic, no hovercar traffic. Something is wrong. The gates are just open completely. There is a siren. There's a siren going off, a whooping alarm, and there's definitely a few lights flashing on some of the buildings.
I'm no expert on security, but I'd say something's wrong
Yeah,
with
this
it.
don't look right.
For the others who got a bit higher, or above 25, there is definitely what looks like an armoured transport located near the buildings. The lights are off and there is smoke coming from it. It looks like it's taken some small arms fire. All the security cameras in the facility are off. All the security is down.
Did someone beat us to it?
Seems like we're not the first people that have decided to raid this facility today.
Someone else has shot all the security cameras before Ryder?
Can I send Flyby up to a bit of altitude and get a scan of
A drone's eye view.
any life signs or movement?
Okay.
Just to be safe, do we want to have Fly Guy break cover?
Well, I mean, we're surrounded by massive trees, so we can go up a bit.
And also, there is a massive emergency going on at this place that we're supposed to be casing. This might be the distraction we need.
Okay, Fly Guy does not have that great perception. Does it have any special...
Well, I mean, I've rolled 19 total.
Yeah. You don't see much more. Getting closer, you definitely see that there are what look to be some figures laying or crouching near the armoured car, and there are definitely people there near the armoured car.
Are there any insignias or symbols on the armoured car or on their uniforms or anything like that?
Red Eye Security is on the armoured car, yeah.
Alright, so...
The main complex is about 3 buildings, and there's a very large hangar with the door open as well.
I'm going to relay this to the rest of the team. So, I mean, by looks of things, there's still a couple of their own security forces around that armoured vehicle. We've got at least 1 or 2 of them that are still either crouched or dead. Can't quite tell.
Does it look like there's a shootout going on?
Yeah, what happened?
There's no active fire going on, right? There's also a very large elevator platform right at the centre of the complex as well, which is currently up.
Let's make our way towards this platform. That'd be an interesting there. Some kind of maintenance, maybe, something like that.
Well, I mean, the security team's watching that. Do we not want to go somewhere where their eyes aren't?
Oh, I thought they were all like knocked out.
Yeah, I can't.
Looks like some of them could well be incapacitated yet. You can't tell.
You need to get closer to work out if they're even still alive or not.
But you have to get a lot closer to have a good look with Fly Guy. You've just done a very distant look with the zoom you've got.
We don't want Fly Guy to get too close, otherwise they'll get shot down.
Close enough that we can at least tell what they're talking about. Maybe their comms might give us something. And if nothing else, then we can always discuss it with them.
That or Ryder, you can climb a tree with the binoculars and see if you can get a look.
You probably wouldn't get any better than what you've got with Fly Guy. I mean, that's flown over and used zoom to get a look at it. You'd have to send something in closer, send Fly Guy in closer or somebody in closer to get more information.
I mean, I could always hang on to Fly Guy.
If we can afford to get a bit closer, like.
I'm guessing the wider compound is surrounded by some kind of wall fence.
It's, a chain link metal fence.
Okay, so we can't get too close to the fence. But if we go to the edge of the tree line, we can probably.
Their eyes are watching something at the moment. We should probably get in somewhere where their eyes aren't watching, while they're distracted. If we are going to go in.
So as far as their attention, I mean, you can't tell because it was a distant look, but they seem to be more either concerned about they're injured than anything else. They're not looking at the gates. The gates are open and there are no security cameras running.
Let's just go through the main gate then.
So you're going to walk in basically through the main gate.
Well, we'll sneak to get past these guys. We're going to try and get into the main gate,
Are we all going in together then?
Well, these guys are not outside the main gate. They're outside one of the they're actually quite close to the elevator platform. Yeah.
Well, we don't want to go over there because that's where something bad's happening by the sounds of things.
Okay, main gate it is.
So you can enter through the main gate. There is, as you get closer to it, you can see there's a security office, kind of, that will control the gates and the barrier. You can't see anybody inside it from where you are.
Okay.
Is there a signing in and out sheet at the gate?
Are you going to actually go into the main gate then?
No, I'm just wondering if there's a security hut. There might be a list of everyone that's come and gone. And
that's right. There is a security hut.
You can learn a lot from sheets telling you who's come and gone.
Well, do you want me to go in there, get a closer look at it, and maybe bring it back?
Anything keen. I'm guessing it's going to be on a datapad or maybe even a physical book if they're old school.
Yeah, I can do that if you want.
If you can, actually, they might. Tell you what, do you want me to send Fly Guy with you, so we can break into the security camera archive for the gate and see?
Yeah,
cameras all down.
Yeah, Fly Guy will be able to help me with computers and engineering roles.
Yeah. See if we can identify who it is that broke into here before us and they're possibly here for.
Yeah, but guys, the cameras are all down, right? The cameras.
Yeah, but they recorded something before they got shot out, and seeing who shot them out might give us a bit more clue as to what's going on.
They probably have some kind of log. That's what we're looking for.
A log of who's come and gone, and if we can download any security footage from the storage.
So who's heading in to the security office then? Oh,
we'll wait here then.
Right. So you're a short distance away.
Yeah. So V, Radar, and Bath are waiting at the tree line. Fly Guy and
Toffee.
And Toffee. So yeah, Sapper.
God damn it.
Fly Guy, whose alias is Flyby.
Fly Guy, go by Flyby.
And Ryder are going to try and get to the security hut without being detected. So I'm going to roll stealth.
Okay, a couple of stealth rolls.
It's 18 total.
Okay.
35 for stealth.
18 and 35. Yep, you get to there. It doesn't look like there's anybody in there. It is deserted.
Is there an open window or a hatch, or is there just a door to the security office?
There is a door to the security office. There's a window as well. But yeah, there's nobody.
I'm going to go in through the window.
Yeah, but I'll climb in through the window and then open it a bit wider so Fly Guy can fly through.
I mean, the door is just open. It's not. You can walk through.
Oh, right.
It looks cooler if you go to the window.
Exactly.
So there's a locker in there. There looks to be a computer terminal and a few screens for various things, all which are black. The computer terminal is running though, but it's got what looks like some error messages on it.
Come on, Fly Guy, let's case the joint.
I'm going to sit down at the computer terminal and Can I roll a computers?
Okay, you don't need
Oh,
to.
sweet.
It's very simple. The computer is complaining that it can't contact the AI. It's saying that it is trying to contact Jade03. Unable to contact. Please correct. Please call one of your administrative officers.
Can I spoof Jade03?
How are you going to do that? You're going to connect in.
I'd have to connect into it, and V would have to, I'm assuming, run a hack to.
Okay, you can connect your own computer to this terminal, but then all you'll be doing is using it as a screen for your computer.
Okay, right. So
basically, it seems like this is a dumb terminal that the AI can operate through. So any records would be with the AI, but it seems to be able to contact it.
Hey, well, that's it for the security footage then.
Right. Is there any physical media in here, or is it all computer-based?
There is a locker, but there's no actual signing in book. Nope, it all seems to be.
Okay. Is the locker locked?
It is locked.
Okay.
How is it locked? Is it just a like a combo lock or a padlock? Or...
It's just a very simple lock. Yeah. So
is it bulletproof?
You can easily break through it. I think with yours, you've got security, haven't you? I mean, anyone with a reasonable security could get into this. It's not designed to be.
Security? What stats that?
What skill would that be? There isn't one for it per se, is there? So I'd
Slight.
say it will be engineering.
Or engineering, yeah. Well, I mean, Fly Guy's got a better engineering than I have. So I could sort of whistle over. Fly Guy.
That is 17 people.
So you open it up. There's 3 industrial flashlights, several sets of warm overcoats with the EmeraldEyes logo on them.
Oh, are there any of them desk-sized?
And a ring of old-style RFID keys.
Ooh.
Okay, I'll pick up the ID keys, the flashlights, and the coats.
Okay.
Yeah, is one of the coats desk-sized?
And there is a large box half full of energy bars as well.
Before like Ryder leaves with the coats, V's just going to contact them through Flygun and is like, just rip the bottom half of one of those coats before you bring it back.
I'll let Bath do it. She's better at fashion than I am.
But there are some energy bars there as well.
I'm gonna grab some energy bars as well. Fuck it.
Yeah.
Take everything that isn't nailed down. And yeah, just take all this stuff, hike back out the window, and hold it atop my head and run back to the group.
He's just going to gently bring Fly Guy down to rest on their shoulder.
Okay, guys, we couldn't get any security footage. That was a bust, but I did get some disguises may come in useful.
Oh, disguises. What'd you get?
Just some coats with the this place's logo on it, some flashlights, some RF keys, and some energy bars.
Oh, energy bars.
Yeah, Ryder's gonna like open an energy bar and
You just see a bit more of V emerge from the coat. A single claw emerges from one of the sleeves and just like grabs one of the energy bars and retrieves it.
Yeah, you managed to pick up a boysenberry flavoured one.
Boysenberry?
Yes. Or blackberry to most people.
Oh, yeah, I was going to say, what's a boysenberry?
You sure that doesn't say poisonberry?
That poison berries.
He just eats it in one gulp.
The delicious poison berries.
Fascism.
And the other one's dragon fruit, which seems very popular.
Why?
Is one of those coats like a vest size, or are they all made for like the same kind of species? Or
they seem to be mostly made for Roy Orphean, but yeah, there's a couple that are for Dragonkin, but all of them are too big for any small characters. Yeah.
He's going to size up one of the Dragonkin ones. Does it look sufficiently fluffy and warm?
It's got a large tail hole, suitable, and it's very fluffy. Yeah.
Squee.
Do Vex have tails?
Vex have massive tails.
Yeah. We've been talking about tails for the last 2 sessions.
Okay, guys, this is going to be the fastest you will ever see V move in their life, but they're going to switch from one coat to the other literally in no time.
No, they're going to freeze mid-change.
There is no exposure point where they don't seem to be wearing a coat. It's just like someone like swapped them both by portal. It's like you just see V's have one and then they've just got the other one on, the other one's just like fluttering to the floor. And then they immediately put the hood up and like retract into it, except for their muzzle again.
Back claps.
Wow. How'd you do that, V?
Because it's fucking cold as balls.
It is in fact cold as balls.
I know, I would have thought that would have stopped you from doing exactly what you just did.
Turns out cold's a great motivator.
Guys, can we focus? What did you find?
Well, we didn't find anything.
Snacks, coats, flashlights, and an entirely fucked computer.
Yeah, there was some kind of the computer system, the AI that runs this place. I think it was called Jade03, and the computer terminals weren't communicating with the AI, so we couldn't log in to get any camera footage.
Yeah.
But that also means that the cameras probably aren't being watched by the AI that runs this place. So, yay for us.
Or the AI has been shut down. Either way, it could be to our advantage.
Toffee, do you want to stay here, or would you like to come with us?
Perhaps staying out of this could be best for me. But please, can I send or give you cameras to record what happens?
It's fine. I'll just pass them here. What are they? I'm imagining like.
Well, they can either be drones or you can. She's got these wearable cameras if you want to take them.
I'm going to slap it on my shoulder. Click.
Yeah.
V's going to slave one of them to Flyby, so it just follows where Flyby goes.
And Ryder's going to have one on her head.
Well, that Flyby's got its own camera, right? So you can.
Yeah, but it's not a camera in the sense that it records stuff. It just means
please.
that V interfaces through it. So
You can see what Fly Guy sees.
it's more like a remote controlled like plane with a camera on it rather than an actual recording camera. It's just broadcasting to V.
So it's like a drone, like one of those modern drones.
Almost like a drone.
Yeah.
You're just going to be surrounded by a cloud of robots. You realise that?
2 is a perfectly respectable number of robots to have.
So these will float if you just like set them up. Those drones.
They do have ones which are capable of independent use. Yep, and can be instructed as well.
Okay, I'll just take one of those and have it float along over my shoulder or something.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. So V's got one mirroring flyby. Ryder's got one on their head.
Mm-hmm.
Bath's got one on their coat.
Yeah, just like it hovers over her right shoulder, I guess.
And Toffee will be able to maintain communication with you as well. They've got their own. In fact, they're going to go to the van to do that, so it's a bit warmer.
Oh, that's the point. Do we want to maybe set up some kind of surveillance van inside our hover Ural?
Surveillance van inside the van?
No. Make the van we currently have into a surveillance van. We don't need 2 vans. V.
We are not keeping this van. This van is not staying with us. This is Toffee's van.
Yes.
Is it though?
Yes. It is.
Is it though?
You have Stanley 2 in the
This van is a lot chunkier and it's got much more.
Don't tell them that. Don't tell them that.
It's much more Vesk aesthetic than the other van.
So Stanley 3.
You can have one van as a treat.
You can have one van. You must decide now which you will take.
Don't make me choose.
Yes.
It's later. Should we go?
Yeah, it's,
Toffee, you stay here. You stay in contact and let us know if anything comes up. In the meantime, we're going to go and do what we do best.
That's right.
V's going to get their rifle ready while they mentally arrange like a 7 and see how many vans they can fit in there.
Fuck's sake. Okay. W, Victor, Captain, let's do this. And we'll walk cinematically with the Reservoir Dogs theme tune playing in a line of four.
Right.
Are we doing it in slow motion?
Yes. Towards the research facility. Through the gate. Hey everyone, and thank you for listening to Cosmopunk. We're trying something a bit different for this campaign in terms of the guest writer and guest GM, so if you like what you're hearing, please let us know. We're on Spotify, iTunes, all the regular podcast sites, cosmopunk.net, and we also have a Twitter over at twitter.com/cosmopunkpod.